I just wanted to share some insights that have come through this week, and I feel like they could really greatly benefit you because the number one thing that is standing in between you and your dream life, best life ever, is literally just money. And I've talked about, well, what is money? Money is energy, and everything is made up of energy, and everything is abundant. We live in an abundant universe, and anything is possible. And yet there's that feeling inside of most of us when we talk about money. And I know for me, like, my family didn't talk about money growing up. In fact, they felt that like they changed the subject when it came up. I remember I didn't even know how to balance a checkbook when I was on my own at a young age. Like, nobody talked about it. Nobody told me anything. So here are some of the things that I have been hearing. These are quotes that I've been hearing a lot. And if you are a coach, you're somebody who is a healer, you're helping other people, and people are buying your programs, products, or services, you too will hear all of these and more. So part of this is, one, as a coach, as a person who sells things, you want to know how to hear certain things with like specific ears. Here are some things that your clients will say if they haven't said them to you already. And these might be things that you too have said. So I'm going to go through these, like maybe 5 different things that are really common, like phrases when it comes to like, I don't have the money. Now, you guys, I don't have to tell you this, but when you use the excuse, I don't have time, money, or energy, you repeat them. So for instance, I've had plenty of people in the last few days who were like, I am all for the woo girl, give it to me, but not until January because I don't have the money. So when you repeat them, if you say, I like that, but not until January, and you go, it's like, oh, is something going to drastically change between now and then? I hope so. I hope it does, because right now I don't have the money. So when you say these things, and I would rather coach you and coach clients and even myself into saying, well, I'm just not into that program right now. Like, I'm just not interested in it, versus saying, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the energy, because you'll repeat them. So here are the 5 phrases that I've heard a lot, and you can let me know if you've heard this. So phrase number 1. You have to work hard to make money. Money doesn't grow on trees. And I've been working really hard. I just don't have the money right now. Number 2, I'm a manifestor, but I'm just having a really hard time manifesting money. Number 3, and give me like a heart if any of these resonate with you. Number 3, I know I've always been taken care of financially, but I'm kind of worried about the money. Like somebody had used the excuse like, well, and I don't mean like excuse like they're a bad person, but these are all, the word excuse is really what it is. Heard them all so far, right, Danny? Because you're a coach, so like everybody's laying them on you. Like it's the pandemic, right? We have a pandemic, and I just don't know. Like, we have a lot of money right now, but like, what if we don't one day? And then I can't pay for anything, and then I'll regret it. That is a lack mindset. So you're thinking, I only have this much. So if I scoop from the can, I don't know why I'm thinking it's a can. If I scoop from this, then I won't have any more left when I keep scooping and scooping. That's a lack mindset, right? I only have this much. The world is not infinite and always abundant for me. I am only allowed to have this much, okay? Here's another one. I know this is exactly what my soul is craving right now. Like your program, I know this is exactly what my soul is craving right now, but I just don't have the money for it right now. But I want to do it in January, right? I want to do it in January. I know you open it twice a year. I'm not going to be a different person between now and then. So when January comes, I'm actually going to not only not be able to do it because I haven't changed who I am being in my day-to-day, but I'm also going to feel massive shame because I didn't make that money. So let's add a little bit of insult to injury. This is the truth. And this is stuff that I went through too. I'm not pointing my finger because look, 3 are coming right back at me. This is stuff that I went through as well, because when we use money as our excuse for not being able to live our best life, it just continues to repeat until we realize, tomorrow is our 38th birthday birthday. Just so it came out weird. And like my life is crap and I hate it, right? So we have to shift these stories if we want to shift our reality. If we want to have like the dream vacation, if we want to have the dream relationship, the dream body, we need to shift what's going on in our mind. Oh, and Danny, if you're still here, I want to tell you that phrase that you shared with me on the podcast, I'm ready for, I've already used it. So thank you, friend. I'm already using it. Here's the last I'm going to share with you. I believe, you guys, this is going to hurt a little. I believe I need support and accountability, but my husband just doesn't agree with this. Did anybody just throw open their mouth a little bit? But here's the thing. I have to ask my husband if it's okay that I join this program. So here's the thing on the husbands. Are you actually saying that you have to ask for your husband's permission to have spiritual and financial growth? Right? When you look at it in the face, yeah, Danny, you're amazing. When you look at it in the face, you realize, oh my gosh, I'm giving all my power away to my husband and I'm treating him like Daddy Warbucks, who I have to beg him for a little handout. And that creates a really fucked up energy dynamic where there's control, manipulation. One person is above another person. We're not coming to a relationship as two people, two equals, two partners. It creates this big gap in an energy dynamic, and chances are when that gap starts to shift, if it ever does, if you believe in yourself stronger than your doubting partner, then good luck to you. That has been my case, and I will tell you it is a difficult uphill battle. And I've had people look at me who are like, I can't believe like how strongly you show up and your husband doesn't believe in you. Like, I mean, he kind of does now, but back in the day, 4 years ago, this is like my 4th year anniversary of being online. He would full on come in while I was meditating and like shut it down and start talking and like interrupt it. And I'd have to restart and like clear myself and like get myself together. But I never made a financial decision involving his opinion, because I empowered myself enough to say, this is what I want for me, and this is what I'm willing to do to become the kind of person that brings in money. So these are all things that you have maybe said, or maybe as a coach or person who sells stuff, you have heard it. These are also, in my opinion, like cries for help. And the reason why I look at it that way is because there's an opportunity that we all have to live our best life. It's not for a few people to just randomly, some people get to have the best life ever and you're just supposed to suffer for infinity. I don't subscribe to that. If that were true, I would literally not be here right now. It was only 4 years ago that I was making $1,000 a month if I was lucky, and hoping that clients would pay for 5 packs of healing sessions with me so that I could pay my rent month to month and my car payment and then my food. And so if that drastic of a change can happen in a short amount of time for me, why would it not be possible for you? And the reason why it's possible for me is because I look my dirty money blocks in the face every day. And I also realize this very important factor. As much as we have a dream to have our best life and make tons of money, it's our choice to make money. Like we talk about, we got to work hard to make money. It's a choice to make money. It's also a choice to not make money. Let that sink in for a second and take full responsibility for where you have chosen not to make money. And I know this is a pandemic, so things are a little bit crazy right now. However, here's my birthday wish to all of you. If you had to, like, finger gun to your head, and I hope Facebook takes that as my screenshot for this video. Facebook gods, please. Finger gun to the head. If you had to make $100 today, by the end of the day, what would you do? Think about that. I mean, I have a bunch of furniture that like I could probably sell a bunch of stuff and make even more than $100 today. Of course, I have products and programs and meditations I could sell. Of course, I could babysit for somebody down the street. I could pick up a paper route if I really wanted to. I could do so many things to make $100. But what we do instead is go, I don't know, people aren't buying from me. Well, is that the only way people have to buy from you to make money? No. Danny and I were talking about manifestation yesterday for the podcast. Spoiler alert. You could have a rich uncle that just decides to like poop, drop money on you. You're going to be like, well, I didn't work hard for that, so I didn't deserve it. I literally had a client who in the first month working together, she wanted to have a 10K month. Her mother gave her $10,000 from like some random bond or something she had. And she said, that's not how I wanted to make it. I'm like, are you literally complaining about $10,000 right now? Because for most people, they'd be like, thank you, more of that, please. Pa-ching, I manifested that, right? So here's my wish for you is to look yourself in the eye, take full responsibility for your money stories, and let go of the drama, the shame, the guilt around debt, because that's who you really were. That's not who you are right now, and that's definitely not who you're becoming. And just make your decisions based on a place of empowerment, of joy, and listen to what's calling to you in your heart. So if there's something in your life that's calling to you, like we said, like, oh, my soul is calling for that. I want that support. I want that connection with people. But I want you to catch yourself and say like, but is that true? Do I have to continue with these patterns? Like, you know, I used to have clients who saw me in person. Until I had an online business, I only could make money when somebody handed me their credit card or cash or a check. Now I'm able to, and I do say allowed in like a real sense, like I'm allowing money in while I sleep. That's my favorite way of making money. I highly recommend it because it proves the fact that you don't have to work hard to make money. And those are some old stories that kind of zip around our heads a lot because we've been programmed for generations that if we don't work hard, like we didn't deserve it. Or like if you have worked really hard, somebody will be like, you really earned it. Like you really deserve it. Like money can fall in your lap. That's cool with me. So give yourself an opportunity if you can make $100 today. And in doing so, you get to start looking at your stuff. You can't get to that next level unless you're willing to put in the work. That's literally what I do. Okay. So inside of my program, so this morning I've been talking to people, this week I've been talking to people who've been interviewing for the mastermind. And for the vast majority of them, they're like, we're both a hell yes for each other. But there are a few people that they're like, yeah, money though. I'm not here to force anybody's hand. If you know what's right for you and feel it in your heart and your soul, why are you stopping yourself? Then do that work. That's what the mastermind is all about. It's about cracking you open so that real authentic you, the higher self, that best life ever self can actually come out, because she can't come out if you keep stopping her and saying no. So this is also the biggest problem is, you know, online marketers like me and other people. We've programmed you to think that the problem will be fixed with somebody else or something else. The truth is that you are the one who does the work. I don't fix you, you fix you. I will lead you. I would lead you for the drink. I can't just plunge your head in the water and be like, do it. Drink the water, right? You can lead a horse. But that's the thing, is like you do the work. I don't do the work for you. Otherwise, it's not going to stick and it's not sustainable. And so no matter what the thing is, whether it's a course, a program, whatever it is, you need to be that person to get to that next level. You need to align yourself to that. So when I'm making investments in myself, this is something that I do. Before I hit that pay button, I commit to myself to be at my highest self, to allow that next version of me, my highest self, to come through, to become that, whatever that next goal is for me. I'm committed to that. So what does it mean? It means I have to stop doing everything I've been doing and start doing a whole bunch of different stuff. And that commitment to you can also be from like free YouTube videos. Like I've had people reach out to me to tell me that my YouTube videos have changed their lives. They cracked them open, it's changed their life because they were ready. They were ready to be cracked open. They were ready for that transformation, and they did the changing work. You got to look in the mirror at yourself to do the work. If you're too busy hiding, it's not going to happen. But that's also what the mastermind is, right? We see when transformation is about to happen. We see when that breakthrough is happening, and we hold you. We hold that space for that to happen, and we help walk you through, right? I'm getting this huge vision, and it's just like, it's really important because, and again, if you're a coach or a course creator, you do group programs, it's so important that we hold this space. And I had some people who've reached out to me who've been in other programs and other group things where they were like the village weirdo. And I will guarantee you, you will not be the weirdest person in the room. You have me to compete with, number one, but there are some very weird people that we are like, full on ready to stop hiding. My meeting with myself, and the two other mastermind coaches yesterday, literally I wrote out, we cannot hide. We cannot hide. We need to show all of our weird. Heather, who's like our left brain accountant, money mindset stuff, she also does Akashic Records. So she's gonna be doing some deep money, like plunging the stuff out of you every single month. And Sarah, who does NLP, she does, I always put in my head, when you sell hypnosis, she's certified hypnotherapist. So she's going to be doing a lot of like mindset opening, like cracking us open. And obviously I'm bringing the weird every month to teach you the different tools month to month to do the deeper level of healing. And you cannot be in a group environment where people are not open to doing such deep healing with each other, because it just like, you can't hold that container. I'm still stuck in hiding for real. Kimberly, it's okay. You come out when you come out, and no sooner. But I will say this, is that even amongst a tighter group, when you're not hiding within that group, it almost gives you permission and more confidence to like be yourself wherever you are. It just is what it is. So anyway, my wish for you is to look at your money stories. Anytime you've made a decision that you're not going to do something because you don't have the money, pause yourself. Okay, look at that. Okay, well, when I say money, time, or energy, I'm going to repeat that. I don't want to repeat no money. So what's the real reason why I'm not going to do that? Because if my soul is calling, maybe I'm actually afraid I'm not going to show up as my best self. Maybe I'm not ready to do that deeper spiritual healing work. Maybe I'm too afraid that if I make more money than my spouse, he will leave me. Maybe I'm not ready to spend the money because if I am this woo-woo weirdo, I won't have my friends and family anymore. I will be alone. Like, look at the big stories that are underneath that, because that's like I don't have money is like such a surface level thing. And if you're not brave enough to go underneath it and get curious, you're not going to have a transformation. And I can't lead you there either. So anyway, I hope that resonated with you guys, and I hope it didn't get too heavy on a Saturday. Love you. Have a great rest of your day. I am off tomorrow from a birthday celebration, which I think it's going to be like thunderstorms. Well, I don't know. But I'll be back with taking calls next week. If you want to apply, you can do so at emilyaarons.com/mastermind. It's completely free to apply. So even if you're just like not really sure right now that you're going to have the money, but you're like, I kind of want it, but I don't know, it doesn't hurt to apply. It closes on July 1st. So July 1st is when the doors close. Our first call is on Monday, July 6th. The first call with me will be on Friday the 10th, where I'm going to talk about introducing you to using your intuition and some very cool tools. And then we're going to keep that as our container this month, is like, how can we start using these tools? And the more that we use our intuition, like you guys, some of you guys know who've been through Intuition Week, like there are some ways that you get into your intuition where like the truth smacks you upside the head so hard that there's like, oh my gosh, this is the only way. And it's like so crystal clear. So that's why we use our intuition all the time. emilyaarons.com/mastermind. And that's where you go to apply. Thank you for being here. Lots of love to you. Go make $100. And then will you come back and DM me or go into the free group and let me know that you did it? And I want to know what happened as you did it. All right. Lots of love. Bye.